Vapor is going to have to show a significant amount of chutzpah if they want to get in on the Sephiroth.
Because, notably, Ned, one of the few players to be able to take not just games but sets off of Meister, offline and online. So, one of the few people able to do it against the best Game & Watch in the world. That means Vapor is going to have their work cut out for them. Already off the bat, though, a good start with the upbeat into the Nair, 20% on the board. Ned going to be trying to make that up, and he does so with the F tilt, but immediately carried right back off stage, and now he's going to be stuck in this bacon ledge trap.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, the exotic, perhaps the exotic chef offstage kill is in the cards. I keep waiting for that. It will happen one day. I'm manifesting it right now, but nevertheless, Ned, #1 in Chicago
Triple
for a
up
reason.
there.
So proficient, and of course 37th on that PGR.
Oh,
well
my
earned, and yeah,
goodness.
you can't escape the Masamune. Are you kidding me? The one-winged angel is going to come out. Come, Planet, show us your answer, says Vapor, but they're going to be doing it from a little bit down. Buckets the Shadow Flare.
It just felt like in that situation, Vapor wanted to do something, but they didn't quite know what, so they waited a little bit too long to push the button, and by the time they recognized what was going on, Ned had already hit them with 3 up airs and was ready for the next one. So, tries to come back to stage, but Ned just destroys him for it.
I wonder if that's a symptom of Game & Watch being what you might call a flowchart character. Like when you are presented with so many options, perhaps you don't know which one to choose, and in that moment of truth, you hesitate.
Right, and it's not something that a lot of characters have the opportunity to do against Game & Watch. Not a lot of characters can put pressure on him from below. We mentioned it in Vapor's previous sets, where if you don't have that big old disjoint to challenge them, you can't go near them from below. So maybe Vapor just a little bit too confident pressuring people from above, being safe in doing so, that he wasn't really ready for, like you said, that Masamune to come for their feet.
Yeah, this Sephiroth at 150%. I mean, this thing hits hard enough as it is, and Game & Watch being as light as they are certainly could mean trouble if they are put into the skies. Vapor is going to try to close this out post-haste, sitting at 86%, trying to get the kill on the ledge. And Sephiroth's ledge grab, perhaps a troublesome element, but that is going to be 3 stocks to 1. Vapor, who has not dropped a game at all in this bracket, has taken wins off of Young Cozy, as we saw earlier, and indeed Smirk by 2-1 victories. Finally gets on the board with the stock, and it's been through some very proficient Game & Watch play, but proficient ain't going to cut it against a player the quality of Ned, who again is going to try to slice and dice this two-dimensional demon, and I mean, doing so with maximum efficiency thus far.
Right, so far Ned has barely broken a sweat in this game. Ned, just a bit of a different beast, like you mentioned, trying to pressure with these empty hops, waiting for him to pick an option out of shield, and once he does, looking for the punish, but at least for now, Vapor has actually started to get his feet underneath him, gets the double bacon hit, now going to try and look for something at the ledge, not really letting Ned back onto the stage, gets the back throw as well, and this has been very, very tough so far.
And we did see it. We did hear the crowd react to that one kill. The Oklahoma scene coming out in favor of, I think they might be from the Stillwater area considering the Oklahoma State attire, but 96%, the one-winged angel is online, 77%. Very real possibility of death for Game & Watch if they hit on shield. Ooh. Ned, smelling blood in the water, goes for it. Bears the fangs, but they will come up empty that one time. Full stock lead, however, for the Chicago #1, trying to get the F-tilt. And, yeah, that's you live by the F-tilts on ledge, you die by the F-tilts on ledge. Ain't that the truth, Game & Watch, fellas?
Vapor trying very, very, very hard to get back on stage, and once they do, well, they don't want to approach. They don't want to get anywhere near that sword. They're instead trying to make use of the fade back fares to put pressure on Ned. But Ned, well, he's gotten a little bit of revenge for being trapped on ledge so long against Vapor. Once he gets control of center stage, he's not going to be relinquishing it very easily, trying for that 2-frame with the F-tilt, but instead it's going to be once Vapor actually gets back onto the stage and tries to make his approach. Ned connects with the F-tilt, and that is going to be the stock.
Yeah, and doing pretty well for themselves, all things considered, at the very end, but ultimately too little too late for this Oklahoma born and raised Game & Watch. It's I don't know, you have the crowd at your back, you got a little bit of momentum, you hear their roars when you do get the kill, but I mean, when you're faced with such pressure like Ned is bringing, and the fact that they're able to space you out so well and almost nullify your game plan before you're even able to get it off the ground. I mean, that has to be a little deflating.
Yeah, it's very, very tough to be put in that position where just nothing you're doing works, nothing you're doing finds any sort of impact reaction whatsoever against your opponent. They just kind of shake it off immediately and go back to beating up on you. And Ned is very, very good at taking advantage of that, but Vapor seems to be still in possession of themselves, getting that triple nair, put Ned onto the top platform, and now going to be trying to chase with a little bit more before the one-winged angel gets his first hit in.
Yeah, I mean, Vapor, again, one of those Game & Watches that cut their teeth on Wi-Fi, wins on people like Lamb and Shadow PR, Salim Shady. You gotta love what Vapor has been able to bring to the table thus far since coming back online and just trying to make a name for themselves. But sometimes you get that opportunity when you're on stream, maybe gets a little ambitious going for that down smash. They're going to get punished super hard as Ned is going to point to the ground on which they stand and say, yeah, bro, just because you're as thin as my sword doesn't mean that I can't hit you. Now that's confidence.
They're going to be attempting to connect with that back air, not able to find it there. Gets the dash attack in instead, and Ned punishes with a fair from off stage, now putting Vapor back in the corner yet again. And Vapor's had a very, very hard time getting away from it, and this time, well, it'll be no different as he finds the F-tilt onto the Game & Watch, sending him into the blast zone. You mentioned earlier how lightweight of a character Game & Watch is, and that sword, well, it hits like a truck. Not going to be able to live too much longer against situations like that. But speaking of which, Sephiroth being caught in shield against the down tilt.
And the crowd again voicing their approval. And Vapor, it's not undoable for them, but again, just getting caught out a little too much. Ned, of course, knowing their confirms, one of the people that has given this character such a prolific image in their early stages of online. Ned is just so oppressive. But shielding at ledge, finding their way back in, realizing at the end, hey, you know, they can swing that sword all they want, but at the end, you might just have your opportunity to find your way in, and now we're seeing it. They game, you watch. About to get flat with it with Vapor.
Right, but 109% on the board means two things for Sephiroth. Number one, Rage. Number two, One-Winged Angel. So Ned going to be trying to make use of both of those things alongside the super armor afforded to him by that comeback mechanic to try and find an early stock on Vapor. Comes back to the stage, gets past, and actually hits from underneath to make sure that that bacon ledge trap cannot do its job, and as Vapor comes back down, that was very nearly disastrous for them.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ned's sitting at 138%. I don't think they mind being at this high a percentage, though definitely Vapor perhaps getting in their comfort zone as they're able to grab through shield. That throw off to the side, not something that you see often from Game & Watch, but nevertheless going to...
I told you, that's exactly where Ned wants to be playing from. He's at his most confident when he can kill at a moment's notice, and he finds the kill then and there, takes down Vapor, now 171% on the stock. Vapor needs desperately to find an option to kill before Ned gets too much more extra credit going, but, well, Ned, he's not one to stop at any given moment, 50%, and going for the ledge trap as well. Vapor, look out.
Vapor was too hungry to get back to the stage so that they could get that kill. Obviously, you want it, but you have to have the opportunity present itself to you. I mean, you don't see Meister down airing back to the platform all that often, because if you know at what speed they're going, that means that you can time it out, and certainly Ned has that going, and because of that, now you're kind of holding 91%. It's not out of the question that you can pull it off, but you're going to have to show us something special, Vapor.
The thing that Vapor needs to do here is kill Ned as early as possible. We've talked about the weights of both of these characters, and this is where it's really going to come into play, because if Vapor can manage to kill Ned before One-Winged Angel comes out by a couple quick confirms, a couple of quick combos to get him up near kill percent, and then perhaps from about 60, a down smash, F smash at the ledge, that's exactly what he needs to be able to take this. But Ned, not really one to give up those free wins in such a manner. So Vapor going to get caught dropping shield, and Ned with a fantastic back air going to be moving on into phase 2 pools from winner's side.
What a performance by Ned, showing why they are indeed the Sephiroth master. Ned, for the record, not dropping a single game as they advance out of pools as well, but it was not without a fight from Vapor, who's going to move on into the next round. But
Just from losers.
On loser's side, And we may well be seeing this Game & Watch make a little bit of noise through there as well. And
Right.
folks, we got so much action coming up throughout the night. We'll be rocking out with you. The sun's going down, but it is only going to get hotter from here.
Well,
The place to do it, to cool off, maybe at that wave pool, but last, I mean, it's got to be right here, BTS Smash 2. We've got so much high-quality stuff coming. I'm just excited to be able to watch.
absolutely. There is going to be more amazing, super high-quality Smash coming up after this, but that'll be the end of the block for myself and Stu here. We hope you have all enjoyed this block of commentary as much as the two of us have, but that's going to be the two of us signing off and handing it to two more fantastic casters, and I know every single one of you in chat is going to want to stick around for what comes next. You're not going to want to miss this, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Keep it here at Low Tide City.